Hey, this is Forrest from the Olympic Outdoor Center. Pioneers in paddling since 1986. We've been outfitting kayakers here in the Pacific Northwest for over 30 years. So today we're going to share a couple of the lessons we've learned along the way when selecting the proper kayak paddle. So the first topic we're going to talk about today is blade shape. In sea kayaking we have two specific blade shapes that we're going to be using. We have the high angle blade shape, which looks something like this here, where we have a paddle blade that is wider and shorter. This blade is going to allow me to take a stroke much more vertically, okay, thereby providing a little bit more power on demand. Sucking the blade in closer to the side of my kayak also helps me paddle in a straight line. The downside to this technique is that since my top hand is so much higher, the blade is so much more vertical, it does require a little bit more energy for me to get from point A to point B. But a really good paddle option, blade shape option for those paddlers who need to enact change quickly, so those paddlers in more dynamic paddling environments where they may encounter current or the surf, for example. A high angle blade shape, again a shorter, wider blade, is going to enable that paddler to get the job done with a little bit more efficiency. The next blade shape is what's referred to as a low angle paddle shape. This blade is now, as you can see, much more slender. The blade is also longer. And the premise here is that instead of taking my hand and raising it up higher, I'm going to keep my top hand about shoulder height, and my blade's going to enter the water much closer to parallel to the surface of the water. So if this is the surface of the water, my blade's going to enter about here. What that allows me to do is expend the least amount of energy when I'm going from point A to point B. So a really great option for paddlers who are transiting, going to spend many hours paddling over an extended distance. The one downside to this technique is as I'm paddling, that blade is a little bit further away from the side of my kayak, so my kayak may be a little bit more prone to yawing or kind of snaking its way through the water, which is totally fine. The emphasis of this technique is, to use the least amount of energy to get the job done. If you ever have any questions about what was presented here today, please feel free to give us a call or contact us at olympicoutdoorcenter.com. Thanks for watching and happy paddling.